Hello, how is everyone today? So we are back with Dark Knight. I was going to say off normally, but we're back with Dark Knight. This time trying to get a romantic ending with Zakon. So yeah, without further let's just switch and go. Let's just see the gallery. So this is the only new image we have with Zakon. And this is... Oh. I don't like this. I didn't like that there was 3 images on that. So we have that image. Nothing else new, so yeah. No. I think it's, yeah, they're all gone. It's this one. Actually, Audrey and Ikuya. Where are there 2 prologues at the same time? What was wrong with me? I started the ceiling while lying on the couch. I think about what Ikuya and Lyoji said earlier. Someone not from this village. Just in these past few days, I've met 4 faces I've never seen before. Any of them could have moved here around the same time that those disappearances started. It's possible that one of them is involved. Against my better judgment, I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. Where did I put my pills? Oh, there. I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. The excitement is overwhelming. Who should I investigate first? That guy in the forest. Why did I think about him? I imagined him standing before me. His crimson hair was remarkable. I should keep an eye on him. The disappearance started with the tourist in the forest, after all. He asked me if I was a tourist, so he must know something about him. He also said the cave in the waterfall was dangerous. It can't be a mere coincidence. I'm thinking of paying him a visit. I'm sure I'll find some clues. I grab my jacket and head to the forest. It is not difficult to find my way. The field trip is still fresh in my memory. Last time I saw the crimson-haired man, he was in that cave. I may have a chance to meet him again if I head over there. I follow the path to the point where it splits in two. The doctor told me that one road leads to the waterfall and the other goes further into the forest. Which path should I take again? Which path did we take last time again? Left. I remember that we took the left path to the waterfall. I searched the lake's edge. but there is no sign of the crimson-haired man. Even the rocks that made the path towards the cave are gone. I can see the cave, but how do I get there now? The rocky face of the waterfall gives me an idea. The cave itself is not that far from the side of the lake. I can climb. I carefully balance my foot on a rock, and reach up to steady myself on a crack in the stone. I have always done well during PE. Now, all that rope climbing will finally pay off. Climbing across is easy until I almost reach the cave. My arms start to strain and I almost lose my grip. It's safe for climbing rocks, you should use your legs more than your arms, which I have not been doing. I may have overestimated myself. As I lean over to search for another handhold, the rock under my foot suddenly crumbles. Huh? My heart skips as my fingers lose their grip, my body lurching downward. Before I know it, I'm falling into the lake. Cold water jabs into my skin like icy needles. Try to swim to the surface, but my numb arms and legs are no match for the current. It pushes me deeper into the lake. This is no good. I'm going to drown. I can barely see a thing. My lungs burn for air and everything goes black. When my consciousness returns, there is solid ground under me, rather than the sensation of floating. Slowly open my eyes. Judging from the rocky ceiling, I am in a cave. I sit up abruptly, surprised by my surroundings. How did I get here? As I look around, my chest starts to ache. I start coughing. I remember falling into the lake and almost drowning. Someone must have saved and carried me here. The mossy walls of this place are not like the dripping darkness of the cave behind the waterfall. And speaking of dripping, I notice that my clothes are totally soaked. A total mess. I'm going to take a while to dry off. We're finally awake. I know that voice. The crimson-haired guy from yesterday. As I turn my head to look, he places his hand on my shoulder. Are you okay? I stare at him in confusion, but nod. Why are you so stubborn? I told you not to come back. You haven't explained it. My sentence is cut off midway as I start coughing again. You're lucky I was nearby. Otherwise, you'd be a corpse at the bottom of that lake right now. Well, thank you. Take your clothes off. Excuse me? There's no way he just told me to undress. I must have misheard it. The man wraps his sash around his waist and takes his overalls off. He throws the lighter at me, and when he speaks again, his voice is full. It is a dual monotone. What are you in the meantime? Get your clothes to dry or you'll catch a cold. I'll be outside. He's stoic yet considerate. I don't know what to think of him, but for now, I'll just accept his apparent kindness. I hold up his worry, my eyes fixed on him as he walks away. Such a weird guy, but I think I can trust him. He did save me from drowning. I wait until he's out of sight before changing out of my clothes. When I slip into his warm worry, I notice the scent of flowers, though it smells pleasant. The piece of clothing is too big for me, and also feels breezy. When I step outside, I spot a crimson-haired man sitting near a tree. He seems to be napping peacefully, almost as though he has forgotten the trouble I caused from falling into the lake. I hang my wet clothes on some tree branches to dry, then find a comfortable spot near the man to sit. Evan, thank you for saving me. By the way, I should properly introduce myself. My name is Viviana. Call me Zakon if you must. We weren't supposed to meet for a second time. Deacon opens his eyes and stares at me surprised and suspiciously. His deep purple eyes are beautiful and somehow intimidating. I've never seen anyone with such an eye color. What did you come back here for? I was looking for something. You're stupider than you look. There's nothing to concern yourself with in this forest. Even if you lost something, there's no way you find it again. Hey, I'm not stupid, and I wasn't done talking. Declan closes his eyes, letting out a deep sigh. Well, stupid Diana. You should talk less and concern yourself more with getting home. I remain speechless. He makes so many assumptions about me and never lets me finish talking. What's wrong with this guy? I've never met anyone this rude. He doesn't even know me. I sighed. I'll get straight to the point. I have my doubts about those rumors, but the fact is, a whole group of tourists went missing in the forest. Do you know anything about what happened? Deacon's son promptly turns sour. The demon does exist. For real? Yes, the forest is a dangerous place. Into the rumors and leave already. You can tell me what to do. Besides, the forest is a public space. It is not a public space. Then, what are you doing here? What are you doing in a dangerous place like this? You're annoying me. Declan takes a deep breath and stands up. I don't think this is going anywhere. Your clothes should be dry by now. Even with this sunny weather, my clothes can't dry that fast. Declan takes my clothes off the tree branches and hands them over to me. Go home, don't bother me anymore. But Declan glares at me before turning away and walking off. I'm so frustrated that I fail to realize I'm still wearing it over until it's already gone. Oh, that forgetful guy. I'll have to return this to him later. Absent-mindedly gazed into the cloudless sky. The forecast said the weather would be really bad today. Seems like heavy rain is coming. And I forgot my umbrella. I need to hurry home to beat the rain. I don't want to get my socks wet again.
Hey, Diana, it's lunchtime. Are you daydreaming again?
Yes?
Share it with me.
It's not worth mentioning.
Well, I wish I could remember my dreams as vividly as you do.
I don't think you'll want to remember your nightmares.
Even if they are scary, I'd still like to know.
I laugh at it too, yeah. Wait, let me grab my bento.
Wait, did you know a massive storm is heading up for our village?
We haven't had one in ages. It can't be that bad.
How will I get home without getting blown away?
Don't worry, you should be fine. His peak is late at night. Just be sure not to go out then. Yaji, have you heard anything from your dad about the missing tourists? They sent out some search parties, but no results so far. They've paused the investigation until the storm passes. I'm sorry, I need to take a break. I just started, but I need to do a break in my life. I'm back. Sorry, something was more difficult to grab than I thought. This is random, but is there any chance of people leaving the forest? Living in such a place? No. No one is even allowed to do that.
Are you still curious about the demon, Tiffany?
I was just wondering. If ever considering exploring again, count me in.
You two are so troublesome.
We need someone to keep an eye on us. Why don't you come along, Ikuya?
I'm not a babysitter.
I should sit through the rest of my boring classes. I quickly go home. I hope we will be notified if the school closes tomorrow because of the snow. As I walk, the sky steadily grows darker. There is no doubt that it will start pouring soon. I wanted to go to the forest today, but it seems like I will have to give up and to give back the Kunzawari some other time. As soon as I reach my house, I feel the first raindrops fall on my head. I reach for the doorknob, but something feels out of place. Goosebumps rise again along the back of my neck, and I glance over my shoulders to double check my surroundings. There is a single person standing in the distance. His scarf flutters out from behind him, like a seat in the strong breeze. Everything about him gives me the chills. He's looking in my direction. I immediately avert my gaze and enter the safety of my house. Yeah, that was creepy. That was creepy. Was that guy standing there in the rain? Slowly and cautiously, I peeked through the curtains to check on the suspicious person, but he's gone. I prepare a hot cup of tea to settle my nerves down and try to relax in the living room. The rain outside is oddly soothing, even if its patter is with increasing insistence against the roof and window. The sudden sound of my doorbell startled me. I'm not expecting a visitor. It can't be that creep. To make sure it is safe, I look through the peephole in the door. The main forest guy. Second glares right on me as I open the door. The expression as dark as a black cloud. He's drenched from head to toe, wearing only a tank top and traditional pants. I guess he went through the heavy rain to get to my place. Second, wasn't it? What brings you here? Give me back my worry. Right, what other reason would he have? Arrested for him to come inside so that he does not have to stand in the rain. It's here, I left it in my room. I leave Zekon by the front door and return a moment later when, without a hurry, I grab it from my room. Here it is. Thanks for letting me borrow it. Before you go, though, how did you know where I lived? I know this area. Talkative as always, didn't Leodri ask me to report out people like Zekon? No, I can't report him yet. I can't let him leave now. Either I'll miss my chance to get something more substantial out of him. I need a reason to make him stay. Wait, I don't think it's a good idea to go back in that heavy rain. You can wait here until it calms down. An awkward silence falls between us as Zekon merely stares at me. I owe you for saving me. Zekon snores but steps past me to the living room. Hiding a smile, I close the door to the storm outside. He's not self-conscious in the least, as he wrings his hair out, running his fingers through the long strands. I stare at his effeminate back, my thoughts get lost for a moment. At first sight, You would think he is only muscular, but his scars are more noticeable. I wonder what could have carved those into his arms. With all these peculiar men showing up around my house, I better be more careful. I can't take on someone like him by myself. Then again, he did save me from drowning. He can't really be the one responsible for the disappearing tourist, can he? As if hearing my thoughts, Zikun glances back at me. His gaze burrows into mine. It becomes awkward after a while. I get a towel for him. After Zikun fixes his hair and puts on his awari, he sits down on the carpet with crossed arms, facing away from me. I wonder if he has not forgiven me for disturbing his peace the previous times I met him. Are you hungry? No. Are you cold? I can grab some blankets for you. No. Are you bored? I have some fun magazines. Leave me alone. You're no fun. I'm not here to have fun. I need to return to the forest as soon as possible. So you're saying that staying in the forest and hiding in a cave is better than having a roof above your head? Yeah, because there aren't annoying people like you around. My eye twitches at his answer. Ugh, super cool, Vivian. You have to play along if you want to dig deeper into his background. You know it's prohibited to live in the forest. If they catch you, you might get arrested. Second shrugs off my warning and stays quiet. Since you're familiar with the forest, is there any chance this is saw the tourists? They've been missing for a while. If you have any information that could help, families would be grateful. Rumors say a demon took them, but that sounds silly to me. Why do you keep asking about those tourists? Stop digging into the matter. Brushes my question off again. Talking with these guys like cracking nuts with bare hands. His suspicious attitude and vague answers make me certain he knows something, at the very least. If a direct approach does not work, I'll try something different. I take a seat on the couch and keep my eyes on Zikla. They're all you want. You won't get any answers from me. I wasn't expecting to. You don't have to keep my company. You can go. I don't want to. Lincoln glances over his shoulder for a second. Just then, I think he's about to say something. He looks away again. I want to know more about him, but asking might make him upset. I stare at Zikon's clothes, hoping to find a clue about his identity. Perhaps a practice ritual? Did I offend him by assuming he lives in the forest? Maybe I judged him too soon. Hey. I already jump when he starts speaking. Zikon turns to me and looks into my eyes. Are you so worried by that demon rumor? I don't believe the rumor, but I'm curious about what caused them. The real murderer might be using it as a cover. I want to do more research about the demon in case they are. Perhaps I will understand their intentions as well. I have a good feeling about his disappearance. If I don't do something, I might end up like them. I don't want to be a sitting duck. What if the rumors turn out to be true? Will I regret finding the truth? Even if there really is a demon, and it turns out to be harmful, I'll do my best to stop it. Stop it? What can someone like you do? I don't think you'll be surprised by anything you find. There are negative rumors about the demon for a reason. Save yourself the hassle. You won't gain anything from knowing this. I'm going to discover the truth, one way or another. Even if you know the truth, it won't change a thing. You'll just annoy the demon when you find it. I don't understand. The truth should give the investigators a better direction, shouldn't it? I'm not waiting until I'm next. I'll find out what's causing the disappearance and then find a way to stop them. Oh my god. I don't get why that upsets you. But what I do isn't up to you. Give up on. They can mumble something, but I do not hear the last few words. He lets out a soft sigh and stands up, walking to the front door. I won't keep you up anymore. Go to sleep. Without looking back at me, he steps outside and closes the door with a loud slam. What the? Left! I head through the window to watch him go. Can't see anything. Suddenly, a flash of light illuminates the street. In that split second, I spot an eerily familiar person standing under a streetlight. Is that creepy guy from before? He looking in my direction. The world outside goes bright again, soon followed by a crash of. I quickly close the curtains and clench my trembling hands. Before heading to bed, I make sure that everything is locked tightly. No corner of the house goes unshut. Maybe I am overcautious, but it is better to be safe than sorry. I feel anxious after what I saw on the streets. Despite those feelings, the sound of rain seemed. The storm has filled the streets with puddles. It is still raining a bit, but the weather is looking to be concerned about. Before I even start breakfast, I get a message from Chloe saying that school is closed today. I wonder what I should do since I have no classes. I'm sorry, this is really being complicated though. almost went to the wrong one. This one is the right one. I wonder what I should do since I have no class. I look at the rainy weather, and my motivation drops to zero. Since it's my day off, I may as well relax at home. I cook up some bacon with scrambled eggs and a crispy croissant for breakfast. A cup of black tea makes it complete. I sit down in front of the TV while eating. I do not usually watch the local news, but today I switch over the channel so I can stay up to date with the latest stories. The bodies were found in the Eastern River last night. They have yet to be identified, but authorities suspect they might be the two of the missing tourists. In our next story, Itoshi Kiro has been missing for 4 days. His wife last spoke to him on the phone, but after the call was unexpectedly cut off, he never returned home. Please contact the police if you have any information about the man in this photo. I'm not familiar with anyone that has gone missing so far, but the disappearances are becoming so frequent I cannot help but worry. And the rest of the afternoon reading magazines and books. A tarragon salmon recipe in one of the home magazines gave me some inspiration for dinner. Always having something different or challenging to attempt it is what sets cooking apart from most of my hobbies and keeps it fun. As I cut out the best recipes I can find, I grab the next item from my rainy day reading pile. He recommended this book called A New Legend. It is about 4 men fighting for the love of one girl. Others stopped recommending me romance novels, but she insisted I read it. The summary sounds ridiculous, but the story focuses on something else. When protagonist's family moves to a new country, the last thing she expects is to bump into a foreign prince and his 3 consorts. Will she find love, or will the competition for her faction result in a royal mess? Can't tell if the protagonist has a favorite yet. She can't get away with picking all of them, right? Oh no. Is he about to die? I was rooting for him to be the one. The sudden sound of breaking glass shocks me out of my reading. It sounded like it came from the guest room. Immediately, I go to check what happened. Once I arrive, I found a single brick and shattered glass. The floor is already getting wet from the rain dripping through the broken window. Is this some kind of prank? I got outside, annoyed, but nobody's around. Those jerks, if I catch them, they are getting bricked. I have to get it repaired quickly. I can ask my neighbors for help. Mom said I should go to them in case anything around the house needs fixing. The students are more restless today. While walking through the hallways, I catch a glimpse of a familiar face. A green-haired guy walks by. His face is covered in a black gas mask. What is a person like that doing at my school? Even the students around me look at him with confusion expressions. Is he actually a student or an uninvited guest? Wow, is that an elite class member? It's so rare to see them at school. He just glared at me. His eyes are so icy, it creeps me out. Everything colorful. I noticed the cross emblem on his tie. His uniform is different from any other class, so it must be an elite. I heard they act however they want because they have their own special rules. Yeah, they don't get penalized for skipping class. Aside from Ikuya's brother, this guy is the first elite student I have seen at school. It does not give me the impression they are all as attractive and intelligent as rumors say. Hey, you're spacing out. Oh, Yoji, do you know that gas mask guy? The green-haired dude? If I remember correctly, his name is Shane. I think he works in the same department as my dad. He barely attends classes and focuses more on work. Guess that's why you never seen him before. Still unfair that these elite students get away with that. Sadly, we can't change the rules. You'll find the Sharon guy strange. Hey, Diana, have you seen any suspicious people lately? Well, this Shane guy has been walking around my neighborhood quite often lately. I think he's observing me. To be honest, it's kind of creepy. He's like a stalker. I see. Don't worry about it though. He isn't a bad guy. And isn't my only worry. I've also seen a strange person who wears traditional clothes and lives in the forest. Maybe he's one of the priests? I know there is a group of them who sometimes practice their rituals in the forest. Ah, right. Are you still thinking about the demon rumor? Nah, I'm skeptical about it. Rumors stay rumors, and it's cold hard proof to know if something is real or not. Huh, that's just like you. Let me know if you find something. Any clues will help a lot if with the investigation. I'll do my best. After class, I go to the lockers and notice Shane standing near mine. Has he been waiting for me? The students passing by give him a wide berth, not even daring to look directly at him. Well, he's an odd aura around him. I wouldn't stay around that guy for long either, regardless of what the others say. I can't trust this guy. What is he up to? Just standing around in weird places like this. I pretend not to notice him as I pack my stuff from my locker and head straight home. Another empty street, footsteps following me behind again. If this is another stalker about to confess, I'm going to report him. I casually turn my head and catch a glimpse of the person following me. It's Shane. When he comes even closer, I notice something sticking out from his belt. I cannot see it clearly, but it looks like the hilt of a knife or something similar. I do not remember seeing him with anything like that at school. Was he planning on ambush me the whole time? No, Diana, don't jump to conclusions. Shane's blue eyes are blocked on me as he approaches. I can't handle another second of this. I don't know what he wants with me, but I'm not going to wait to and find out. In a moment I turn a corner and break his line of sight. I start running. Yes, I forgot to check something. After a few blocks, I stop behind the thick trunk of a tree to catch my breath. When I peek around it, he is not in sight anymore. Good. I hope I never see him again. I turn back and suddenly someone is standing in front of me. Oh my. He ran from me. You... Why are you following me? I'm an investigator. I've been assigned as your private guard. Wait... What? I thought you were planning to kill me. That weapon on your belt? Chen raises his eyebrow and looks down at where I'm pointing. This? It's my gun. I rarely point it at civilians. Thank goodness. I saw you a few days ago. Have you been watching me this whole time? Yes. Couldn't you have told me? You creeped me out. Back to being creepy. Still, I'm relieved to know we are on the same side. I guess Leoji was right. Thanks for keeping an eye out for me, but don't get too close. Keep some distance, okay? I don't have good experience with people walking behind me. As we walk further, just as I ask, even though I understand his motives now, still feels weird. What would people even think if they saw us just like this? Never mind, we should walk together. We're both students after all. I gesture at Shane to come closer, but it does not budge. You don't have to act like strangers anymore. My name is Vivian. I'm a second year. I already know everything about you. Like what? I'm Shane, a least class student. He dodged my question, huh? There are many things I want to ask him, but it does not look like a talkative one. Even so, I better give it a try instead of walking in silence. I ask. So, this one was wrong. How those that have gone missing? You know about the people that have gone missing recently? We're still investigating the matter. Isn't something you should dig into? He sighs and looks at me with narrowed eyes. His breath makes a deep sound through the gas mask. I still cannot get used to his gaze. It feels like he is up to something. A week later, we reach my place. Shane tells me to stay home as much as possible. This way, it will be easier for him to keep an eye on me. He also tells me that he is guarding other people at the same time. As I am the only student under his wing, he has no choice but to follow me to school every weekday. It feels like I am the sheep to his sheep herd. Honestly, I want to take part in the investigation too, but it does not look like Shane will give me a chance. Before going to bed, I take a look outside of my window. Shane has not moved from his spot the whole evening. It looks like he will be staying until the next morning. Poor guy, the job must be tough. Does he not sleep at all? For the next few days, Shane follows me wherever I go out. It's annoying, but I soon get used to it.
Hey, Diviana, I have something important to ask.
He pulls me closer, glancing around in class in case someone might hear us. What is so urgent?
You know you've got a new stalker?
Huh? Who?
The scary person over there.
She looks over at Shane, who is standing further away from us.
For some reason, he has been appearing at school lately, and he's always standing outside of our class. My gut feeling tells me he's stalking you. Let me make it clear to him that you're not interested.
No, he's not. Before I can explain, Yuko is already stepping towards Shane. This is a misunderstanding. I have a bad feeling about this. She clenches her fist as she walks, the picture of confidence until she freezes and looks back at me like a frightened puppy. Immediately, she runs back without finishing her objective.
Viviana, he's scary. Why do you even attract so many weird guys?
Ask them, not me. Sophie pouts at the ground and begins toying with her hair self-consciously. I cannot help but pat her head. Oh, Ikuya, it's okay. That guy is my private guard. His name is Shane, and he's both an elite class student and an investigator. The threats are dangerous, so he's been assigned to guard the people. He may not look like it, but he's a good guy.
Really?
Leochi would know more about it. Either way, don't worry.
Even if George is okay with this creepy guy, I don't trust him.
Class is about to start, but the teacher wants to announce something first. His expression is unusually tense. Dear students, I don't know how much you've kept up with the news, but I'd like to stress something important. Streets are dangerous at night, so be sure to stay at home for your own safety. What's going on? There is a serial killer in our village. 5 deaths have been reported, and many people are still missing. No way. Who in this village would do such a thing? Maybe it's one of the outsiders? Be prepared. Tonight, you'll get into your room and... Everyone, please stay calm. Nothing has been confirmed about the identity of the killer, so don't jump into any unnecessary conclusions. The class becomes restless. After this announcement, everyone exchanges their thoughts. Say, Leori, do you know what's truly going on? I need you to ask me first. The police have found a few clues, but so far they led nowhere. This is one of the toughest investigations we've ever dealt with. Only the perpetrator and victims know the truth. The rest of us can only guess what's on their minds. Our crew has never dealt with a perpetrator like this. It might take a while to solve this case. Is there any solid evidence? My dad suspects there might be multiple people pulling the strings. We should be more careful. Shane told me the private cars are being assigned to people in the village. Didn't they have sent a notice first? I thought someone was stalking me. The killer must be extremely dangerous for them to make such a move, right? Yes, multiple disappearances in a week. We don't know how to make them stop. As class carries on, my classmates continue to chat among themselves. I catch a few conversations about people who heard strange noises in their neighborhood. Some even point at possible suspects without good reasons. After class, I met up with Shane outside the school, so we can walk home together. Shane, did anything happen last night? No. I wonder if he's tired from staying up all night. I cannot tell while he's wearing that mask. No, I forgot my homework in my locker. Will you mind if I go back for a moment? Go ahead. I'll be back soon. No, my bottle! I just want to drink water. Got it. It is oddly quiet on my way back through the wall. After taking my stuff, I head back. I need to burp. An old creature dashes by, almost cat-like, but not quite. Huh, what was that? I peer around the corner to see where it went, and find the creature watching me from some distance down another hall. Its big ears are shaped like a bunny's, but its long legs are like cats. How did it get into the building? The creature slowly approaches me, and suddenly jumps away. Hey, wait, don't go yet! After all, it is the oddest creature I have ever seen, and I do not want to end up lost or make my new private court worry. I turn around and go back to Shane. After Shane leaves, I see the same creature near my house. Nope, I'm not going to play with you. Even though I try to ignore it, it keeps hopping after me. Does it think I have food? Suddenly it clings onto my leg. Don't have any food. Go read Thumbs or something. Oh, you are incredibly fluffy. I cannot resist petting it. The creature stares at me with innocent eyes, twitching its nose. Its two tails wag around playfully. You remind me of a rabbit I used to have, except they don't have two tails. Such a rare imitation. But sorry, I can't take you home. Stop coming after me, okay? To my surprise, it obediently hops away. Bye, Bunny. Take care. Between dinner and the new information on local crime, I find it hard to concentrate on my homework. When I start to think about history, my mind goes straight to the forest demon before derailing completely. The news shifted from the missing tourists to the disappearance of the villagers. While most news articles focus on the investigations, there is an increasing number of exorcists. I do not understand why the demon has anything to do with this. The homework still needs to get done, so I do my best to finish it before heading to bed. To catch them all. Before I know it, I fall asleep. I feel the wind blowing through my hair. It is bitterly cold, all over my body. I want to turn my body, but a firm hand stops me with a squeeze. Something is wrong. Remember that I closed the window. It should not be possible to feel the wind in my room. Damn, I thought you were asleep. A deep voice startles my eyes. One. As the numbness of sleep slowly dissipates, I realize that I am being held, aloft with someone in someone's arms. I shove my bangs from my face, but the wind wisps my hair back. What is going on? Let me go! Don't scream unless you want me to drop you. Not in the warning, I scream around, but the man's grip on me is like steel. I cannot wiggle myself free. My eyes are still blurry, but I can see the night sky above me filled with bright stars. Down below us, tiny lights are scattered across the darkness. Suddenly, I realize they are houses and street lamps. I'm flying. Wait, what? I look up at the person who is holding me, but it's too dark to see. You're the kidnapper! I am being kidnapped! Oh my goodness! Take me back home or things won't end well for you. Could you shout any louder? I should have taped that annoying human mouth shut. I continue screaming at him. You're going to pay! Without thinking, I raise my fist to give him my best hit. When something like the scream of a firework sounds from below, the man carrying me loses his balance as a blinding ball of light bursts over our head. nearly sent into a stomach-curling spin. The theory gains its momentum. What? Another flash of light barely misses us. Then another and another. Damn you, forest ogre. I manage to dodge a few more attacks, but it is not long before one of us grazes the man's arm, one of them. I grunt in pain, shuddering until his grip on me gives way completely. My heart skips when I glance at the ground below. But if he drops me, I desperately cling into him, but my hands slide down what feels like a shirt until there is nothing but hair against my fingers. What the heck? The last I see of my kidnapper, the massive silhouettes of his wings against the sky. My stomach seems to turn upside down as I fall, rapidly approaching the lake below. I hit the water with a painful splash, a moment later, and sink like a rock. Speaking of luck, pain travels through my entire body, but I push myself to swim to the surface, then crawl out of the water. The lake was deep enough to soften my fall, but I'm not sure my body is bruised all over. I drop into the grass and gasp for breath. My wet clothes stick onto my skin, but it is not cold. Adrenaline pumps through my veins, making my arms and legs tingle. I try to put together what just happened. Wow, that could have been my end. I can't believe I got out alive. That jerk just dropped me in mid-air. Who was that guy who carried me? Did he have wings? I close my eyes as exhaustion starts to settle in. The grass feels very nice. No, I can't stay here. I need to move on. The kidnapper may come back for me. Before I even catch my breath, I am suddenly lifted up by two strong arms and thrown over a broad shoulder. The second I see a long crimson braid, I recognize who it is. Zeke, you can't sleep here. We need to go now. What? Holding me tightly, Zekon dashes through the dark forest. Even with Wei on his shoulder, he moves incredibly fast, like a blade cutting through water. I can barely see where we are going, but it is no use to complain. I try to ask Zekon where we are heading, but I doubt he can hear me with the wind rushing past us. I cannot see anything in this darkness, but I will not be surprised if we end up in the other side of the forest with this speed. After a while, Zekon stops and roughly puts me down. Stumbling on my feet, I try to find my balance. Despite being lightheaded, I can make out that we are in a cave. What were you running for? You were being chased by a Shinigami. It takes a few seconds for me to process these words. Shinigami are also known as dead gods in myths. Their existence is like a bedtime story, but Zekon is not the sort of person to joke about such things. The one who kidnapped me was a Shinigami? Or so. At any rate, we'll be safe here for now. Why would a Shinigami kidnap me? If my time was up, it could simply brought a message. Thanks for saving me. I was just passing by. You're lucky I found you. They will come after you again. Good luck, because I don't know if I'll be there to save you next time. Then coldness makes me freeze. This is the second time Zekon saved me from the brink of death. Twice is too often to be coincidental. I look outside the cave. There is no chance I can find my way home in this darkness. I do not even know where Zekon has taken us. Hey, you should lead me out of this forest. I don't know the way home. You should stay here for tonight. But if you'd rather jump into that Shinigami's arms, be my guest. Second leaves me no choice. I guess I'll spend this night in the cave. I sit down and lean against the rocky wall. Several uneven rocks poke into my back, and the floor is cold. Suddenly, warmth covers my body as the lend me a worry. Aren't you cold? My body isn't tiny and fragile like yours. I won't freeze. To my surprise, he sits beside me, pulling me close so that I'm leaning on his shoulder. I thought you would leave me alone here. Zaykan only answers me with silence. His words contradict with his actions. I can't tell what he thinks of me. I'm glad he didn't mock me this time. It wasn't my fault for ending up in the forest again. Will I be able to sleep in such a place though? His body is warm. This might be not so bad. Thank you for saving me. I'm lucky that you are Elizabeth and that you always happen to be there when I'm in pinch. This might be a strange guess, but were you the one who shot the flashlight light? We were right above the forest, and there wasn't anyone else around. You must be the forest keeper. It should have been obvious, but I was looking too much into the weather rumors. I'm not going to bother you anymore. You're forgiven. I didn't expect those words from him. I cannot help but smile. Before I know it, I fall asleep peacefully. The alarm clock goes off right beside me. Startled from the sound, I almost jump out of my bed. Oh, I'm in my room. Alright, it's Thursday. I've got to hurry for school. Immediately, I sit up and get out of bed. Oh, my body hurts so much. Where did I get these bruises from? Whatever, I need to hurry. I prepare myself for school and run off with a piece of toast in my mouth. I only breathe easy after I reach my classroom on time. Yeah, my record will stay clean. I've never been late to class. Feels like I forgot something. My memories of yesterday are fuzzy at first, but they slowly come into focus the more I concentrate. I realize that it was not a dream. Bruises and scratches on my body confirm that I fell from the sky into the lake and slept on a cave. Did Zaykan carry me home? I don't remember anything after I fell asleep. Why was I in the lake again? Right, I was kidnapped. I didn't prevent anything from happening. What was he doing last night? Speaking of Shane, I haven't seen him all morning. Diana, are you okay? I'm fine. What's with the worried expression? I heard one of our patrols went missing in your area last night. I was worried something might have happened to you too. Well,
Viviana, are you alright? Lieta told me the news and I was so worried. You arrived later than usual, I thought.
No worries, I'm totally alive and kicking. You see? Oh, my arm. The arm? I just bumped into something and bruised it.
My poor little girl.
It is a bad excuse. I'm surprised that my friends actually believe me. Pia hugs me while Lyoji pats my back. I appreciate their concern for me, but sometimes they can overdo it. I want to tell them about my failed kidnapping, but they're already fussing so much. Besides, being carried by a winged guy sounds crazy. I'm not sure if they'll believe me. Really? You saw that yesterday? Yes, It was a giant crow flying really low. Giant crow? You must have been drunk, girl. More importantly, why were you out that late? I just came back from a party. Can't I have some fun once in a while? I catch the conversation of two classmates behind me, though the details are vague. I have a feeling it is about the Shinigami who kidnapped me last night. Although, was it really Shinigami? I don't remember his face, but I do remember the giant wings on his back. Creatures like Tango have wings too. It could be the one behind those kidnappings. I missed the chance to identify him.
Where is your scary guardian?
Do you mean Shane? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him today. Tell you, RJ, was Shane the investigator who went missing? I've not been told who, but I'm sure it was someone investigating your area. Shane told me to keep an eye on multiple residents. He might have been the only one guarding my neighborhood. I cannot imagine something happening to him. After class, I wait for Shane, but he does not show up. I decide to walk home alone. It's not like I miss Shane. It makes no difference whether he is here or not. He's always been quiet. Wherever he is, so I hope it's alright. I make it home late in the afternoon. My thoughts go to the Shinigami from last night. Since he failed to take me once, he might try again. I know that the villagers are taken by random. I cannot believe my turn is so soon. I have to be more careful. I do not have Shane to rely on now. Let God or not, I won't let myself get kidnapped. If he shows up again, I'm going to be prepared with a surprise on my own. I tried to gather any information about tools that can fend off demons or Shinigami, though I previously disregarded their existence. I have no choice but to believe in them after witnessing one firsthand. I fished through my mom's old jewelry box and found a necklace with a polished jade pendant. This stone is known for warding off evil spirits. Shinigami, I won't let you take me again. So this one is the seduction one, an intentional seduction. I lie down in bed, pretending to be asleep. Nothing happens for the next few hours. I usually fall asleep quickly, but the thought of being kidnapped is all I need to stay awake. Second said the Shinigami would come again, but maybe he was wrong. I just go sleep. At that moment, my blanket is pulled aside slowly. The second I feel a hand touching my arm, I sit up and brandish my makeshift talisman for protection. A blond guy stands near my bed, his eyes gleaming back at me with the dark mischief of a cat with its prey already in its claws. When did he came in? I didn't hear him at all. His physique matches what I remember from the shadow I saw. He looks handsome for a serial killer. Ah, Divina, you went to the trouble of preparing for me? I'm flattered. Who are, who are you? Why are you here? I'm a demon, but you can just call me Kaishi. You're a Shinigami, right? I don't think my time has come to just yet. Ah, you're a special one. Keep your sweet lines. They won't work on me. You should be honored that I came here to take your soul personally. Not everyone gets this chance. I had to do my business with you somewhere else last night because someone was watching. But today we are alone. Like you, right? So you're the one responsible for all those missing people? All those missing people? I only took one a few days ago. Aishi shrugs and crosses his arms. I'm the only Shinigami in this village. No one else should be intervening with my job. If what Kaishi says is true, then it could only mean that there is more than one culprit. This complicates murders and disappearances. I'm not familiar with your job, but don't touch the villagers. They're innocent, so don't randomly take them to hell. Asher chuckles at my request and steps closer. Adorable. I'm almost tempted to listen. He lowers his voice into honest murmur, even as his eyes start to glow red. When he tries to make a move, I swing my arm to hit him. He catches me by the wrist, keeping me in place as he leans toward me. With him so close, I realized just how tall he is. If you behave, I'll try to be gentle. Doesn't change the fact you're going to do something against my will. I raise my leg to kick him, but it deflects the attack with a swat from his free hand. No matter how hard I try to tug myself away, his grip does not budge. It is for your own good. What have I done wrong? It's not about being wrong. Death comes for everyone. Just believe me when I say this is better than the many alternatives in store for you. I value my life. Give up on convincing me. His hand tightens painfully on my wrist as he leans close enough for me to feel his breath. I tug the collar of my pajamas down to reveal the jade pendant. As she glances down at my boots with a raised brow and mused. Are you trying to ward me off, or? Seeing that he has no effect, I feel really embarrassed. At that moment, the door of my room bangs open and someone rushes inside. I cannot even turn my head before a gunshot shatters the air. Akashi immediately lets go and steps back, a dark hole in his arm. Oddly, he is not bleeding. Shane stands between us before either of us can react. Shane? What? Wait, he's... Questions later. Ah, the bodyguard is back. Castle's shoulders shake with silent laughter. I'll come back some other time. I don't feel like dealing with you now. Shane launches another shot, but within a second, Kashi vanished in black smoke, leaving no trace of a hand. Howard running away without a fight. Shane lets out of the pointed sights, hiding his gun under his jacket. What's wrong with you? You fired at him when I was only an inch away. Could have easily been hurt or worse. So much for being grateful. How did he manage to get in? Window trade? Don't you want to know what happened here? No need? Atypical of his cold self, does not pay further attention to me as he turns around to leave. Where were you today? Wasn't you on patrol? When I heard investigator had gone missing, I got worried about you. Finn stops at the door and looks over his shoulder. That's my partner. He went missing a few days ago. No one else noticed. When I found him unconscious, I knew someone had knocked him out for a reason. Looks like the reason was you. Someone else will be appointed to this area. I have business elsewhere. We got everything okay. I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doing so much breaks, but I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I was trying to get some Pepsi because I'm feeling like really nauseous. I'm having some Pepsi to see like if the gas helps me somehow, and if I feel less nauseous because I don't know why I'm feeling nauseous. And I almost destroyed my house and myself. I'm probably sure I'll have a new bruise on my knee because I bumped into the washing machine. How? Don't ask me. I don't know either. But there is that. That was why I took longer. Because I bumped into the washing machine. My knee hurts. So then I cried a little bit. Like not really cry, but like the prayer the pain cry of like, ooh, that hurts, kind of like. After that brief explanation, he turns his back to me and leaves. That had gotten too close for comfort, with Shane's devil may cry attitude, and his partner getting knocked out by Kaishi. I realize I need to try harder to protect myself. A week has passed by. Like Shane had said, an investigator was assigned to guard my neighborhood. It does not do much other than pretend to be a random passerby. Shane was not particularly good at hiding his presence, but his replacement is even worse than him at it. Nothing has happened in my neighborhood for the past week, but people are still going missing in the other parts of the village. Fortunately, Kaishi has not bothered me since that night. Despite that, I find it hard to fall asleep at night. I wonder what Shane is up to. There are so many things I want to ask him. For one, how did he see through Kaishi in one glance? I mean, I myself wasn't able to tell he was a Shinigami right away. Had they met before? While deep in thought, I accidentally bump into someone. The young boy looks up at me with an annoyed expression. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Wait, you look familiar. The boy looks surprised for a second, then averts his gaze. Quickly, the boy moves on without looking back. I cannot let this go. My gut feeling tells me to follow him. Hey, what is an elementary school kid doing here? Shh! Don't say that to an elite class student. Look at his uniform. An elite student? Since they all wear different uniforms, I didn't recognize him at first. The rumors don't match his appearance, but he looks cute. He went back to his classroom. I can't enter that room without an excuse. Hi Viet, how are you? I might catch him later though. During lunch break, I overhear an interesting conversation. Oh my god, my knee is really hurting now. Oh my god, my knee is really hurting right now. Did you see that advertisement about expelling demons? I heard the pay is great, so I'm going to apply for that. Do you have any experience? My family owns a shrine, and I'm familiar with rituals and spells. It should be a piece of cake for me. Watch me save this village, hehe. What if the demon isn't behind those missing people? I was strung on a piece of bread. I glanced at two nearby students. The police haven't found any clues in weeks. It has to be the work of a demon. Nobody has ever seen it. What would make you so special? But I saw something strange moving through the forest yesterday. It had huge horns and made loud noises. Are you sure it wasn't a deer or something? You are making me sound like a fool. Uh-huh. Unless you have proof, I can't help it. My classmates are still focused on rumors. My theory is that someone is using the rumors as a cover.
Hi, Tiviana.
There you are, Ikoya. Where's Leoje?
Yaji is busy with his president's duties. I don't think he will join us for lunch.
I see. It's fine. Ikoya glances at the two classmates who are discussing the rumors.
They're still talking about the forest demon?
I know, right? It shifted all the blame on it.
Well, what if it decides to leave the forest and become a village demon? It could have evolved and hidden itself among us in disguise.
You should join Leoja's group as a detective. Well, we'll have every possibility fleshed out.
I don't think he wants me to help. After all, he only asked you to keep an eye on suspicious people.
Are you jealous? Oh, yeah, I do a different voice for Ikuya,
I tried to do a more girly voice for Ikuya.
while I try to keep my normal voice for the rest. Because, like, Ikuya feels so adorable. She's so nice. I want to hold her. She's so, like, so precious. Like, I was really sad when she died. And, in the normal ending, I was really sad when she dies. She feels like one of those characters that is like, must protect at all costs. This is a precious and pure soul. Don't dare to touch it. But that's the thing. It depends because there are normal people or normal high school, which is our kind of high school, with that voice. Like people have different tone voice. So yeah.
Of course not.
Right. It's better for you to stay safe. If you ever find someone suspicious, inform George or me. No vague stories about demons or other folktales.
Okay.
After school, I head straight home. I happen to bump into a familiar face, someone that I have not seen for a week. Hey Shane, how are the investigations going? I'm not taking applications for a new partner. I was just curious. I want to thank you again for that day you saved me from the Shinigami. I was doing my job. You seem like you are familiar with those kinds of creatures. Are there more of them in the village? I think that I found the right person for information. Shane does not look like he solves ordinary cases. Before I can even ask, Shane's answered my unspoken question. I never tried to do a deep voice, and I don't think I will try any sooner. There is a demon island in the forest, but I have not yet located it. I'm still trying to be not how is the word? I'm still trying to reach a point where Ikuya's voice doesn't hurt me after a while, like the voice that I give to Ikuya. After a while, if she keeps talking with the main character, I am like my voice starts, like my throat starts hurting, and I feel like I don't want to talk anymore. So until I'm not feeling the pain anymore for doing that voice, then I will, when I'm fine with that voice, I will try other voices. But for now, no. I still need to learn my voice control. Then those missing tourists really were taken by the demon? I don't think that the case is worth looking into anymore. What do you mean? A civilian like you will find nothing. Anyway, aside from the demon, there are more otherworldly beings hidden among the villagers. My advice? Don't interact with them. Even if they appear friendly, you will soon find yourself trapped in their plots. You can't even tell apart those who are different from humans. Trust your gut feeling. Are they responsible for what happened in the village recently? Some are, others aren't. I don't recommend trusting a single one of them. I almost asked why he hates them so much, but he probably does not want to talk about this with his personal life. I thank him for his advice before we part ways. Both Shane and Zekon have confirmed that there really is a forest demon. I'm hoping to find Zekon again so we can talk. though I don't know where to start looking. He saved me at the lake twice, but I don't want to jump in just for the sake of summoning him. If he's always in the forest, he must have somewhere to stay. I want to figure out why Zekon is freely walking around the forest. Even if he is a priest, no one is allowed to live there. I follow the path that we took during our field trip. The environment looks peaceful like usual. The sound of chirping birds around me, and I even catch the sight of a fall. I do not see anything unusual. I hear voices near me. When I turn around to look, I catch a glimpse of crimson hair. Taken, but what is he doing? Sir, are you sure that you saw this man near the waterfall? That's what I've been telling you. Stop wasting time on this man. He's trying to talk his way out. It is my brother we're talking about. This man might know what happened to him. A professional. We are on duty to keep people away from the forest. You can't actually stop people from entering the forest. You have to shut down the rumors first. We don't need you to tell me how to. I don't need you to tell me how to do my job. I can't believe that my brother disappeared. There must be another lead. I don't know. There are different types of voices. There are different voice tones. It just changes. Some people don't even change their voices, so depends. As for the spirits took him away. I'm done with this nonsense. Let's arrest him for trespassing. Wait. I watched the investigators discuss the matter among themselves. When Zekon is about to walk away, they shift their attention. The woman wants to go after Zekon, but the man asks to let him go. Ultimately, they leave him alone. I follow Zekon quietly until he stops at a small clearing, then duck into some bushes and watch him closely. He crouches down and starts to bury something. Whatever it seems to be mostly buried already, so I cannot make out what it might be. Once he is finished, he wipes his forehead and hurries off. Out of curiosity, I go to check the spot. Using a branch, I poke at the loose dirt and start to dig until I uncover something. An unmistakably human arm attached to the rest of the body slowly revealed. Shocked from my discovery, I drop the branch and step back. Corpse? I remember this bright yellow shirt on TV. Looks exactly like a shirt one of the missing people was wearing when I watched the news. I told you, was it? Why was Icon burying him? Don't tell me he... No, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Anyway, I must report this to the police. I return to the village, heading for the police office. It starts to rain when I arrive. No, you're kidding me. The office is closed already? I look at the notice. Closed early today due to the lack of available staff for investigations. We apologize for this inconvenience. Call this number. I'll dial the phone number on the notice, but the line is busy. Seems like I have to try again later. They knew about those missing people, but he kept quiet. He saved me twice, but that could just be an act. Most people can still be murderers if they have the motive for it. Many thoughts cross my mind, but I cannot think of an explanation. New chapter, new save. called Yoji the next day to ask about why the police office was closed early. He explains that they sent most of the officers out for investigation. Did I report the corpse I found? Lodge, yesterday I found a corpse in the forest. What? A corpse? Whose? I think it was the missing man from the news, Itoshi Kiro. Are you okay? How did you know it was him? I hope you're not traumatized. I only saw part of the body, but I remember seeing that bright yellow shirt on TV. Don't worry, Lodge. I was more surprised than scared. Dang. What were you doing in the forest anyway, Diviana? I lost my phone there. Well, obviously I found it again. Or I wouldn't be calling you right now. This is so careless of you. Why do you think we sent out personal guards? I think it's better to stay away from the forest for now. I know, sorry. I'll tell my dad that I got an anonymous tip. Otherwise, they might question you further. Thanks. Good luck with the investigation. Keep me informed if you discover anything else. Sure. See you at the library. I have many questions I want to ask Zekon, but the forest has been sealed off for investigation. What I saw yesterday still bothers me. I should not jump to conclusions yet, but it seems obvious that Zekon hid a corpse. Why would he bury a body instead of telling the police? Is it some weird praise tradition or... But if he really is a murderer, why does he keep saving me? The whole village is a buzz, yet here you are with a bored expression. What's up with that, Viviana? My eyes are already glazing over from my textbooks, so Yoshi is a welcome distraction. In reply, I say... I'm sorry, I'm looking from what I said last time. So last time I said quiet, that was wrong. Something is on my mind, that's the right one. Something's on my mind. But I don't think anyone will listen to me. Tell me, you've got my full attention. I have a few theories about possible suspects, but I need to find more evidence. Care to share? Well, I need more proof before I start accusing people randomly, but I will let you know when I've done more research. I see. Any information about the murders is appreciated. By the way, those missing people turned up. Most were found already dead. How did they end up in the forest? I don't know, but they're sure to find this out soon. Now that the bodies have been discovered, it's only a matter of time before they uncover enough clues to reveal the perpetrator. I had a gut feeling that the forest had something to do with the case. Thanks for sharing this information with me. Don't overwork yourself, Leojin. Huh? I can handle it. Leji takes a seat next to me, pulling some homework from his book bag. I return to my book, noticing an interesting passage. There is an abandoned temple somewhere close in the village. I've never heard of it before. Maybe I can find out more about the demon. This book doesn't go much into detail. I should do more research about this temple. Yaji, do you know something about the temple in the village? Which one?
Oh, I know of one. Most members of the cult club are part of the Night Temple.
Kia jumps out from the shadows. It seems like she has been listening to our conversation. She joins us and sits down on the seat on the left. I never heard about that one.
It's the one that's only used for festivals near the park.
Now that you mention it, aren't those temple festivals also once every 5 years? I don't remember that place as a temple. It looked more like a regular building or a residence. Anyway, look at that abandoned temple in this book.
The demon's house? Ancient villagers used to bring offerings there.
Nobody talks about that place nowadays. I almost forgot about it. Let me think. So you're saying the villagers used to try and calm down the demon by bringing offerings? That sounds like centuries ago.
Yeah, most people stopped having faith in such superstitions. Also, recent events have some believing in demons again.
I'm curious about this temple. Do you guys want to explore it with me? I don't think you'll discover anything interesting there.
Viviana, you're up to something again.
Huh? I've never seen the demon's house on any village maps, so it might be hard to find. Don't look at me. I don't know where it is either.
I make it a point to avoid knowing where creepy places are.
I'm a bit disappointed, but I know my friends are willing to help if I want to look deeper into it. I appreciate Lodge's warning, but I'm worried about Zakon. After class is over, I try my luck at the forest one more time. I want to talk with him if he has not already been caught. When I arrive, the trail is sealed off with police tape. A couple of investigators stand near me, chatting and pointing at the bushes. This is the second victim this week. How careless of them to leave a body half buried. Either they are becoming sloppy or trying to confuse us. We should investigate the whole forest regardless. By the way, have you heard of those exorcism rumors? Exorcism? Is this case making you believe in ghosts? That stuff's fooey. I don't think it will accomplish anything. Things have gotten strange enough that I think we should ask a priest to assist us in our investigation. Don't be ridiculous. Spirits and the supernatural have nothing to do with the murder. The most it could be is someone pretending to be a demon. Skeptical as always. Even if it's no real demon, those actions are demonic enough. The officer both stopped talking when they noticed me. Blah. Too many people around, there is no way I can sneak in. If I try and they catch me, I'll just get in trouble. Disappointed, I return home. As I walk down the street, I see someone familiar heading the other way. Hold on, is that Shane? I haven't seen him for days. I want to greet him, but he has not noticed me. Out of curiosity, I follow him quietly. After a few minutes, I see him stop in front of a fancy-looking house. He takes out a bunch of keys from his pocket and locks the door. It takes a moment for me to realize he lives there. What? His house is just one street further from mine? I never realized that he lived so close to me. If I ever get in trouble, I know where to go. It is late, but I need to study for my history exam. Even though I score decently in other subjects, I cannot get around history. Mr. Blanchett must be punishing me with difficult questions because I often fall asleep during his class. I feel tired. Should I keep studying? Tired or not, I will study to get a good mark. Let's see, this chapter is about meats. I'm gonna ace this test. Let's see here. The offering ritual is held on a seasonal basis. Traditionally, the event was hosted within the Guardian's temple. The villagers brought various kinds of offerings, ranging from dumplings, clothes, demon? Forest. Villagers. I feel dirt under my bare feet, slowly sucking me down. The crimson-haired man stands over me, and I realize with dread that I hear him shoveling. No, don't. I'm still alive. Don't bury me, Zakon. I open my eyes to stare at the ceiling. My hands are clutching my sheets. It was just a nightmare, right? Zakon was about to bury me alive. The lingering image of his emotionless expression makes me shiver. Oops. You wouldn't, really. I'm probably thinking too much. Oh, Diviana, did you have a bad dream? Upon hearing a deep voice talk to me, I jumped out of bed and immediately stand up in a defensive position, turning my head to the sound. I clearly hear, I clearly heard the voice, but nobody's around. In a while, Aisha materializes from the darkness, his eyes gleaming in the dim moonlight. Did he miss me? Maybe he'd been dreaming of me. His lips form a twisted smile as his eyes glow red. I have no intention of bantering with him. I rush out of my room knowing that I cannot defeat him alone. Only one person can help me. I seize my jacket and umbrella on the way out, but grind to a halt when I reach my front door. Panic rises in me as I frantically start undoing the locks. This takes too much time. Maybe I should take the back door. I've never met anyone so stubborn. It's enticing. I scream and Kaishi appears out of nowhere. Again with the screaming? Who do you think you can hear you? Kaishi grins down at me. Rather than trying to grab me, pulls his arms across the chest, daring me to make a move. I spin around and dash through the back door, slamming it behind me as I rush outside. Fearfully, I keep checking over my shoulder, but Kaishi is nowhere to be seen. My heart is racing in my chest, but my mind is crystal clear. I know exactly where to go. I collapse against the door of the fancy house, banging my fist and ringing the doorbell as if my life depends on it. It's open. I almost fall forward when the door finally opens, and I am overcome with relief to see a familiar gas mask. Shane stares down at me with half-lidded eyes. I cannot tell if he's sleepy or annoyed about the ruckus. I need your help. He's going to kill me. As soon as the words leave my mouth, Shane pulls me in. I didn't want his help, but I never expected him to let me into this house. I did want his help, but I never expected him to leave. I take deep breaths, trying to calm down and observe my surroundings. Shane stands before me, wearing a blank expression. Belatedly, I realize he's wearing less clothing than usual. I'm sorry for waking you up. I didn't know where else to go. The Shinigami was chasing me. Shane is still silent. He must be wondering how I knew to find him. You're the only person I can rely on, Shane. You saved me once before. I'm not guarding you anymore. I told you that. The expression grows darker as he slowly leans toward me. Sweat runs down my back, and I hold my umbrella tightly. My heart tightens at his cold tone. I was sure he would kick me out, but instead he pulls away, rolling his eyes. Whatever you want. Relief rushes through me. Think. Shane walks away, dropping himself on the couch. Despite his indifference, I am thankful I am not on his bad side. For all his creepiness, he's also surprisingly normal. Now that he's wearing a lot less, I notice numerous tattoos and scars lining his body. From his muscles, I can tell he keeps himself active. I shouldn't stare so much. Is he planning to sleep out here? He might catch a cold. I'm going to grab a blanket. Where can I find one? Shin's eyes remain closed. Okay, then I'll do a quick search. Maybe I can start with that room? There's a cabinet in the room at the end of the hall. Don't go anywhere else. I go to the room you mentioned and come back with a sheet. Is it okay if I borrow this? Yeah? Since it does not kick me out, I follow his example and take a seat on an adjacent sofa. You ward off the Shinigami so easily last time. I thought he must be scared. Is there anything I can do to scare the Shinigami? I'll be headed home tomorrow. Good night, Shane. Even though it might be safer now. My mind is not at ease. Shane was my guard before, but I do not feel comfortable around him. He has shown that he does not mind hurting me when I was close to Kaishi. I said Shane, who is still awake. He is counting something on his fingers. I'm intrigued by what he is thinking. He cracks his wrist before letting out a sigh. Finally, he closes his eyes. Despite my discomfort, I assume Shane would not harm me intentionally. Keep my watch on him until my eyelids start to feel heavy. When I wake up, Shane is nowhere to be found. Today is Saturday. I'm off from school. Being chased in the middle of the night must have shocked me numb. I can hardly believe I slept so deeply. And Kaishi never came after me. I wonder if this house is designed to keep out evil spirits. I hope Kaishi has not been lingering around my house all night. In any case, I will report the incident to the police. I know I told Shane I would leave in the morning, but curiosity compels me to stay. The living room looks normal, but there is not much personality in its decoration. All plain colors. No picture frames, no knickknacks, or novelties. I guess he lives alone? Everything is so tidy though. So, not study, find documents for research. That's the right one. Shen probably takes his work home. This is my chance to find out what the investigations are up to. Investigators. I pull open a few drawers and find multiple ripped shirts. They are identical to the one I have always seen him wearing, so they must be spares. If I were him, where would I keep important documents? I head into the next room. This is small and plain, save for a large desk in the corner with all sorts of papers scattered across it. A corkboard hangs above the desk. Various news articles and dossiers are pinned to it, alongside some photos of people who were reported missing. I approach the desk. The papers are just reports of events that happened around the village, but what draws my attention most is an open notebook with a black cover stuck between two pages. 3 a.m. Shinigami K moves into East District. Target unknown. Last sight, 4:20 a.m. Demon X is in sight at probably needs revision. Apparently, he keeps the GPS device on hand. I hope he didn't put a tracker on me. I have a fair guess that Shinigami K's Kaishi. But who is Demon X be? Leaning against the desk, I flip through the notebook, which is full of notes on all the creatures he has encountered. Almost not notice a necklace dropping onto the floor. A dark cross. I've got one at home too. I put it back carefully, not wanting to make more of a mess. Going back to the notebook, I decide to look at the first page, which seems to be a list. School goes on, uncrossed. Zombie, hurt. Marked. Angel 1. The list goes on, even on to the next page. Can't believe so many supernatural beings exist right here in the village, and so many have been eliminated. I freeze when I reach the last, presumably most recent target on the list, villagers 10, crossed out. What's with this notebook? Villagers are his target too? Don't be so curious. Shane's voice startles me, and I hold the notebook against my chest as I turn around to see him standing in the doorway. You're back. I never left. My duties are at night. I quickly place the notebook back on his desk as he approaches. His eyes glance at the desk, then at me. I thought he'd get upset, but his gaze is as emotionless as ever. What did he find? Just some reports and such. I'm surprised you have notes on otherworldly beings. Not a secret. I'm an investigator and a hunter. I look at him in confusion and listen quietly as he explains. The reason this village has been so peaceful is because I've been hunting down these creatures. Lately, their numbers have increased. If that wasn't bad enough, my partner also went missing. Does that mean those murders and kidnappings are not done by humans? Remember that Shigami at your place? He has caused some of those incidents. So you plan to kill him just like you did with the others. He reverses his eyes and moves to the desk. He takes all of the papers, stacking them into a pile. Also takes the notebook and drops it into a lower drawer, locking it with a key which he tucks away somewhere. I saw you wrote villagers on your dead note. Those were accidents. I had no choice. I just thought to record them regardless. Many casualties with people. I'm surprised you're not fired from your job. Those are not related to my job as an investigator, so I never reported them. He speaks in an emotionless tone, as if the accidents were nothing. 10 innocent people were killed by his hands, and all he has to say about it is not having a choice. The deaths were never reported in the news, so it must not be public knowledge. Since he seems to work on his own, I assume the police does not know either. How far is Shane gone in his supernatural pursuits? If you ever get in my way, remember that I won't hesitate to do the same to you. He has always been cold, but now I see barely as a heart at all. Shane glances at me expectantly, probably hoping that was the last of my passion. Never mind him. I'll get even more confused trying to understand this situation. I should do more research on those creatures. Shane says that they are responsible for all the recent events, but I can't trust his words. I need to solve this case myself before he ends up hurting more people. I should go before I get in your way. Thank you for everything so far. He only turns his back to me, saying nothing. Shane's notebook mentioned the forest demon, but I didn't find any descriptions about its appearance. I hope the library has more details. His comment about other creatures bothers me. Is it only Shane's job, or do the police know about it too? How long have they been hiding it? Just as I begin to drown in my own thoughts, I suddenly catch a sight of a familiar face. It's that boy from the elite class. Casually leans against a wall while flipping through a book. For a moment, he looks up from his reading with a disappointed glare, shoves his book into the nearby shelf before reaching up for another one. The kid is a distraction after everything I learned about Shane's haunting. I take a book from the top shelf and hand it over to him. Is this the one you wanted? The boy looks at me though. Am I offering him poison, but takes the book? Remember me? We bumped into each other at school a little while ago. And if you know, what can I call you? The boy creaks a brow, sarcastic as annoyed, before looking away and flat out ignoring my question. He returns to his perch at the wall and flips through the book I got for him. This kid. I take a book of my own from the shelf and walk over to a nearby table to sit and read. Halfway through my first chapter, I hear the boy sigh. Apparently, it was not what he was looking for. Want me to put it back? Not me again. He stands on his tippy toes as he tries to grab another book. It is impossible for him to get there, yet he keeps trying. I could help him, but he would probably reject it this time. You know, can always ask for help. Sharp look gives my way, stops me from continuing that sentence. In the end, he goes to grab a chair while glaring daggers at me. What does he have to prove? Aishi. His sedan voice startles me. It takes me a second to realize he was answering my previous question. This is Aishi? That's funny. Yesterday I encountered someone with the same name. He's older, but I suppose it does look like you. I know that the truth is, I am that Shinigami. Gasped in surprise. Can't be serious, but he said Shinigami, didn't he? Yep, the same person, no joke. His body is wrapped within time. I only look like this during the day. At night, I go back to my normal form. Long story short, I'm cursed. I'm trying to find a solution in the library. No success so far, as you can see. I don't get it. Why are you telling me this? So you won't ask more questions. I won't need you to hear your voice. Besides, you would have found out sooner or later. Telling you now doesn't make a difference. Don't worry, I'm not interested in taking you. For now. Taking you is like catching fish with bare hands, always slipping through my grasp. None of my targets have escaped past the second try. You're clinging to life so tightly. It's almost pitiful to take it. I stare at him speechless. He has the goal to start reading his book, ignoring me at once again. The story sounds strange coming from this little boy, but I do not see any reason not to believe him. A part of him feels familiar, reminiscent of his adult form. So why are you kidnapping people? Ashi does not look up at me and continues flipping through this book. Are you the one behind those deaths? Ashi! Please, I heard it at the first time, you don't? What makes you think it's appropriate to ask such questions in public? But you're not going to shut up, are you? I might as well explain later. What about now? Standing up, I grab his arm and pull him to his feet. Ashi drops the book he's holding when I take his hand. I take him behind the bookshelf, out of people's sight. Are you serious? Can't even wait for half a second before dragging me off? Now we're alone. You can keep your voice low. Now tell me about it. Cross my arms and look directly at him. Ashi rolls his eyes before letting out a small huff. Not like I was doing anything important anyway. Alright then. Do you know about the legend of the forest demon? Of course, everyone knows. In the legend, the demon cursed a few villagers. That part is true. This curse is passed from generation to generation, and now I'm collecting the currently cursed souls before the cycle can continue. They are killing the villagers. Sort of, but it's for their own good. You can't just kill innocent people, cursed or not. Thinking about it, is that why you are after me? You're one of the cursed ones, yes. The last of a few. Tell me, what kind of curse is it? It attracts supernatural creatures to the victim. A hungry kind. Many of those who survive go insane. Huh? The only one hunting me is you. Stop with this stall stealing nonsense. And leave me in the villages alone. You have no idea how much trouble it was to pinpoint my target. Besides, collecting souls is my job. I won't simply stop just because you ask me to. You couldn't find me even though we've gone to the same school for years. Hey, I haven't been here that long. I don't have a built-in radar. Flashy pouts, puffing his cheeks like a child. And being in this armless form gives me the eroticism. I'm right here in front of you, with no guards around. Why don't you take the chance? I already explained why. I lean closer with the dark green and lower my head until our eyes are even. Drop the bluff. Can't do anything in your daytime form, can you? You better not provoke me. I poke his cheek, pretending to be scared. Almighty Shinigami, I'm so scared. Please do not take my soul. Telling you was a bad idea. Someone as dull as you probably wouldn't have figured it out, after all. Yeah? Let's see who gets who first. You look so adorable, I almost feel bad about you getting hurt all the night. Please don't want to hear that line especially from you. I laugh, he moves that as a reaction. If everything he says is true, then the murders were not his doing. I assume he would not take the effort to torture bodies or dump them in public places carelessly. So far, though, he is the prime suspect of the disappearance. You know, even if I can't stop you, Shane will. I have to deal with him eventually. Anyway, he is yet another cursed human. Although he's really annoying to deal with. I'm letting him off the hook for right now. On his dead list. Be careful. He isn't your typical investigator. Why are you telling me this? You're not the bad guy I thought you were, but I'm still against the idea of taking souls. Expect me to hunt you during the day if you do that again. Huh? Can you imagine what the world would be like if no one died? Would you prefer to live a life haunted by creatures, or start over with a clean slate? Like I said, only one bothering me is you. You should offer to help people instead of being a pest. Besides Mr. Gas Mask, is there anyone else's curse of that school? Maybe. I haven't found all of them yet. Tell me about the details of the curse. I don't know, after all, you don't ask about the nature of your dish, you just eat it. I do not know if I believe everything Aishi said. It could have been trying to trick me into lowering my guard. The encounter with Zakon comes into my mind. I am sure they are familiar with each other, but I do not know their relationship. By the way, do you know something about the forest demon? No? Don't lie, the first time he kidnapped me, you were nearly shut down by him. I don't know. I am annoyed that he does not give me any answers, even though it is obvious he's hiding something. I tackle him to the ground, moving on top of him, staying quiet. He foolishly tries to stand me off. This is how I felt when you kidnapped me. Not very nice, huh? Now spill it. Tsk, what a forceful person you are. Well, there is not much I can tell you. I'm not really on good terms with the forest demon. They're the ones who keep seeking out conflict. You should ask them, not me. Perhaps they know something about your curse as well. Alright then. If anyone sees us, they think you're trying to assault me. I was just testing the string on of your day form, in case you keep bothering me. Kashi glares at me, and in response, I throw a devilish smirk. The shuffling of feet grabs my attention, and I quickly get off him. I see them then passes by, but does a double take, seeing Kashi lying on the floor at my feet. He looks back at me and slowly walks away. Kashi grumbles as he stands up. You're lucky I'm not in my true form. I would have taken you right here. Now, excuse me. Before he walks away, he throws a glare at me. You'll remember this. I return home, but just before I enter through the door, my mind wanders off to Shane. Maybe I should warn him about that Kaishi is after him. Or does he already know? Even if he's prepared, will it make a difference? While making dinner, I hear the doorbell. Who's there? It's rare for me to have visitors this late. When I open the door, a woman stands in front of me. Her eyes are blank, not really staring at anything in particular. Immediately, I know something is not right. Chill runs over my body as I step back in uneasy. Hey, aren't you the person who went missing a few days ago? I open my mouth to ask again, but she soon leaps at me. Her flags make me jump to the side, dodging as she dives for the floor. I grab an early umbrella and bring it down over her head. She leaps out a painted ground, and I take this chance to shove her out of the door, which I then promptly slammed shut. The woman starts banging the door from the other side, and I quickly slip the lock in place, fingers trembling. I quickly check the back door in the kitchen, and then all the windows in the living room. Good, everything is locked. I really relax after banging on the door stops. What was up with that woman? Oh, what happened to her? I pull out my phone and to dial the police. With every ring, I can hear more groaning and shuffling outside. Wow, my umbrellas. There's more of them? I drop my phone when I see a woman's face outside the window. Her empty gaze meets mine. I have to get out of here. I jump back from the window, and I have seen that woman named Hammy in the newspaper listed under missing people. Banging starts up again. The voices behind the door grow louder, as if multiplying. A chill runs down my spine. They break in, I am dead meat. I don't know why these people are here, and in such weird states too. Perhaps Kashi was right in saying I'm being haunted. Kashi, maybe I could call him for help. Wait, why am I thinking about him? There's no guarantee that he would come to my aid if I can even find a way to contact him. The police office is the only safe enough place I can think of. At that moment, I hear the sound of shattering glass somewhere. As I predicted, I cannot stay here. I clench my umbrella close as I run through the back door. As I'm running, I look back. A number of people surrounding my house, and some are already chasing after me. Geez, why am I suddenly being attacked by a bunch of weirdos? Panic scatters my thoughts as I nearly trip over a crack in the sidewalk. Before I get lost in the darkness, I try to regain my bearings. Huh? The old house? Isn't close to the police office. I must go on. I forgot the right way. I am not used to the village at night. Huh? How did I end up here? This is far from the police office. I never knew there was a temple in the forest. I glanced back to see the crowd of people still following me. There is even more of them than before. Judging from the sluggish way they move, something's off. Great. I've got drunk yards chasing after me. This better be a joke. I can hide out in the temple, but I have a feeling these people will not stay there. Using self-defense against them shouldn't be an issue, right? Suddenly, a few of them pop up in front of me. I thought I had lost them, but in fact, there have been more of them quietly roaming through the forest. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna confirm something. To see if there is like another way to because I didn't hear the bell ring. Yeah, it has that line, but I don't know. With them right on my heels, I rush out to the temple yard. I may be dooming myself by being in the center of a wide open area, but at least I will not be caught off guard by any surprise attacks. I tighten my grip on my umbrella handle and leap forward, swinging it left and right. Chills run across my body when I feel the impact of metal against bone. Surprisingly, they are weaker than I thought and go down very easily. I try not to think about it when they do not stand up and stand back again. I continue hitting and swinging, but there are too many, and I end up surrounded. I look around at all of them with a glare, not feeling scared anymore. Ugh, you guys are nothing compared to the gangs I fought during freshman year. One comes close to biting a chunk of my arm, but I bat him aside. When it falls, it leaves a gap in the crowd that allows me to continue carving in this unequipped path. Almost free from the crowd when a hand suddenly grabs my ankle. Out of breath, I fall back and hit the cold grass, losing my umbrella in the process. I hear the strange noise behind me, followed by a short silence. Turning around, I see dozens of fainted glowing strings covering the entire area. They seem to gather in bunches, with some intersecting each other, but all of them are attached to a part of each person in the crowd. I cannot tell where the strings originated, but it seems to pin the crowd in place. Taking the chance, I scramble for my umbrella, which I found in the feet of one person, and resume throwing both. The strings fade away as soon as I strike one down. After a while, the whole field is full of unmoving bodies. Dude, that was tough. Are you okay? My face brightens up when I hear a familiar voice. Bacon jumps off from the roof of the temple and approaches me. Was he the one pulling those glowing strings? I try to thank him, but the pain in my leg cuts me off. I look down to see a hole in my tight sock, showing a gash on my knee. Right, I hurt myself during that fall earlier. Fresh up luring those freaks here. In the sarcasm in his voice, I puff my cheeks. Thanks, I could have died on my way here. By the way, do you have any idea what happened to these people? I don't get why they were after me. They're possessed and probably had no idea what they were doing. I glance down at the field, and Zikon follows my gaze. Guessing from what I've seen, they're already dead to start with. Don't have to feel bad and guilty about it. I'm not, but still cannot avert my gaze from the bodies. Thank you for earlier. Silence feels awkward. Perhaps it might be better if I just return home. I wave at him before turning around to take my leave. The pain in my leg makes me stop and grit my teeth. Oh, my knee! Zekon takes a few steps toward me and quickly kneels down, eliminating where I hurt myself. I feel a bit embarrassed at how close he is. Doing me for tonight. Wait, hi? As he stands, he knocks the back of my knees, making me lose my balance and fall backwards. I almost shout at him, but then he catches me in his arms, lifting me bridal style. And like last time, where he treated me like a bag of potatoes, he is surprisingly gentle. Where are you going? My residence. He heads into the temple confidently, unbothered by the darkness. Didn't expect you to live here. Didn't think I lived in a cave, did you? No. Zikon carefully puts me on the ground, then kneels in front of me, picks my leg and pulls down my sock. The dry blood pulls at the wound, making me wince. Hey! The intense look on his face makes me look away and sad. I do not need to look at the wound to know that the cut is pretty bad. Places his hand on the wound, and I feel the area growing hot. It feels strange but comfortable. A second later, I turn to see him wiping the blood off my knee with a cloth. The cut as closely perfectly, without a scar or blemish, as if never got cut. What is this sorcery? Are you hurt anywhere else? No, I'm totally fine. Thank you, Zikon. Did you just heal me? That's amazing. You are like a saint. I'm not dead yet. Besides, I'm far from being holy. Without further explanation, Zikon gently stands and walks away. I thought he left, but a moment later returned with my umbrella. There are a few blood stains on it, but it is still in one piece. Thank you for fetching it. Zikon sits opposite to me and lets out a sight. Let's call it a day and get some rest. Tomorrow you are going to help me bury those corpses. So that is the true reason you wanted me to stay. You knocked them down, so take responsibility for it. I know you are horrified and feel guilty, but burying them is the best you can do. These people won't rest in peace until you burn or bury their bodies. Fine, I'll do my best. I'll do it. Even with the pain in my leg gone, I cannot think about sleeping. Glancing at Zikon, I realize it is a good time as any to talk. By the way, are you aware that the police are investigating the forest? There are a lot of them. I was worried. Worried about me? Well, I saw you burying a corpse a few days ago, and I quickly covered my mouth after blurting that out. Zikon's eyes flash in the darkness, and he suddenly leans over me. His large body looming over me makes me feel like I am caged in. I freeze up. Did I hit a nerve? Staring down into my eyes, he speaks in a serious tone. Did you think I killed those innocent people, Diviano? It gets straight to the point. His eyes look intense, almost threatening. Take a deep breath and answer him honestly. That's what I saw, but to be honest, I don't know the details of what happened. I want to ask you about it before jumping to conclusions. I want to trust that you're a good person. His gaze stays on me for a few more seconds. His expression softens as he pulls away. No one ever said that about me before. Maybe I was so quick to judge you. Sits down, mumbling softly. I want to know more about him, but I might hit a landmine if I dig too deep.
Hi Matcha, how are you doing?
I know you are trying to help, but don't involve yourself further. It's too late, I'm already involved. Not for long if you continue like this. Not only are you fragile, but you're walking a tightrope above that. You almost drowned, fell from the sky, and got chased by the undead. I warned you from the beginning to stay out of this forest. Hey, the last two weren't my fault. Doesn't matter what's your fault. Maybe you're the one who's bad luck. Yes, I cursed you, so don't come back. No matter what I say, he keeps pushing me away. It starts to get annoying, but I persist.
I'm good too.
I don't know yet. I haven't picked like the one that's like, yes, this is the one on this game yet, though. Because like compared to Cinderella Roman, other visual novel I played before, in here we don't have that much interactions between the characters. Like for example, on Cinderella Roman, yes, we could be in anyone's route, but we'd still have interactions with any of the other romanceable characters in the game. If after you pick another route. However, here when we pick a character, we barely get any of the other romanceable ones. Like, I got a hint here about what Sashiro is. Like, they mentioned a Temple Guardian, and that's like the connection I did with Sashiro. Sashiro is a Temple Guardian. Because I already did Kurato's route, I know that the bunny that we see, it's Kurato, but like, we never really see him in his human form beside that, so yeah. Now my thing is fine. My screen is fine. So I haven't picked one yet. However, this is the second guy I'm doing the route. So this is 4 guys, 4 different endings in each route. And this is the last ending that I'm doing on this guy. Then I have 2 more guys to go, 8 more endings to get. So yeah. No, I won't leave until this whole mess is solved. Yeah, there is 16 endings in total. Each character has 4 endings, so like 4 times 4, it's 16. So each character has 4 endings, 2 dead endings, 1 normal ending, and 1 romantic ending. So, and normally what I try to do is getting the 2 dead endings first, then the normal ending, and then the romantic ending. I like to have like the happily ever after in the end. Like, let's be happy, let's suffer first and then be happy, you know? Yeah. Don't you know that the body count rises every week? This village is dear to me, and I want to protect my friends. I don't want to end up as a victim either. Yes, I heard that a lot. A lot of people are like, wait, you're still in these games? But because like, normally when someone does a visual novel, they try to get the good ending first. Like, they try to get the good ending and then try to get like the other endings by just doing the different choices, but I like to have like the full experience, so I redo and reread every single thing every time. Yeah. Or some people do like you, just play one ending and the sun. I'm like, no, I need to get everything. I have a gut feeling that something in the forest is related to these misfortunes. You're still going on about the demon? It might not be a demon, but I'm certain something is going around killing people. We continue to argue until it gets late. Everything is dark around me. I fumble around for something to grasp. There is nothing but empty space. Where is Akon? Something glides up in the distance, and it takes me a second to realize that it is a raging fire. I hear angry shouting in the same direction. Early, I go closer to check. A red-haired person comes into view, running past me, and I realize that it is Akon. The voices get louder and closer, almost as if they are chasing after him. Oh no. I reach out my hand trying to grasp him. I slowly open my eyes, realizing that it was a dream. There's something red and fuzzy in front of me. I blink a few times until my vision clears and I'm facing Zakon's annoyed face. What? I hold something soft in my hand, and I quickly realize it is Zakon's braid. I was just checking on you because you were groaning in your sleep. Now get out of my hair. I immediately release his braid, my cheeks turning red. I never imagined I would do such an embarrassing thing. Now that you're awake, come with me. Huh? What? It's early in the morning, and they called me to bury corpses. Zakun hands me a shovel to dig holes. Are you for real? I'll carry the bodies, you bury them. Why not report this to the police? He said they were already dead. Perhaps if we explain that to them, they can find the original murder and... The villagers would panic if these bodies turned up. Panic is troublesome. The field looks like a mass murder had taken place. How will you explain this with your blood-stained umbrella and clothes? Self-defense? Hearing it aloud makes me aware of how ridiculous it sounds. There is no way I can talk my way out of it. The investigators will look at their bruises and conclude they were beaten to death. Who do you think they will turn to then? It's better to bury them so their souls can at least find peace. Their families won't. They'll keep wanting for them to be found. He starts lifting up on the bodies, piling it on the top of another. I sigh deeply, deciding not to press the issue, and wait for him to grab as many bodies as he can carry. Then I follow him deep into the forest. This is exhausting. My arms are burning, but I cannot relax with this huge responsibility on my shoulders. I continue digging. The souls of these people can rest in peace after being buried. It is the least I can do for them. A short while later, Zakun finished carrying all of the bodies from the field. I cannot dig fast enough, so he gets another shovel and joins me. I was wondering, how long have you been at this? Only recently. This has been bothering me for a while, but a news article mentioned 2 bodies being found in a river leaking into this forest. Do you have a clue about what happened to them? You never stop asking questions. Fine. It's rather unpleasant, though. Remember those missing tourists a couple of weeks back? I think they got too close to the water and slipped, then got swept by the rapids further downstream. Even rocks get crushed into sand grains. They didn't survive. I couldn't save them. Silently, Zakun listened to Zakun. All this time, there had been rumors that they were killed or mysteriously kidnapped. I think it was just a tragic accident. Why don't you join the investigators if you're on the same side? Those people shouldn't get involved, and I don't like them. You keep telling others not to get involved, but what about yourself? Decon stops and narrows his eyes at my words. It is a warning, but I cannot stop being curious. You know, if you're the forest demon, it explains everything. But I know you're not. They say the demon has arms, and anyone could see you clearly don't have those. I also heard that there are priests in the village, but there is no mention of one who decided to live inside the forest. I'm going to keep guessing since you won't tell me. Decon lets out a sigh and continues to dig. I remember that night you saved me from the Shinigami. For a moment I thought you had superpowers or something, but I was half asleep at the time. He freezes for a moment, then turns his back to me. He does not say anything. We continue digging for the whole day, and only finish burying the bodies when the sun sets. I feel hungry and thirsty. Right as I thought crossed my mind, Zenku produces a wild peach out of nowhere, offering it to me. There's more food at the temple. Let's head back. It surprises me how much food he has hidden in the temple. Mostly fruit, but I am too hungry to care and eagerly dig in. They are ridiculous. They are delicious, and I find myself feeling full in no time. I think we are only missing like 4 choices, so I think it's also a good time to finish here. Especially because it's been a while. Can someone? Okay, who is on? Who can we rate? Kobe's on, and I haven't seen or read him in a while. Let's go for Kobe. I normally like the reason why I know this is like how many choices are left and everything is because or during stream or after stream when I'm watching the VOD, I write in a paper the choices. And then because like at least this one and the other one is like an indicator of right choice. Like the Syndrome of Phenomenon and like a crystal appearing when we did a right choice. This one is like a bell ringing. I know if the choice is right or wrong. And I like that. So yeah. That's a red master for... Wait, not that one. That is a red master for who is sub. And that is a red master for who isn't sub. And we're reading Kobe. Yeah, some games don't tell you and I don't like that. I need to know if I did the right choice or not, but yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next time. Don't know for sure yet when, but I'll be back next stream. So see you all next stream. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who joined me today and earlier/yesterday. I'm gonna go rest now and eat and rest. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And until next time. Bye bye.